Ozzy, Ozzy, angry, Ozzy, angry.
Yes, I'm doing the thing of making a video just before I start the stream. Well, I mean, I'm starting the stream while I'm making a video, I should say. Beautiful move. Okay, I got everything ready. Chicken's in charge. Start the GoPro. And half an ounce of maraschino. Half an ounce of cherry. Half an ounce of sweet vermouth. Oh, that's the end of that. And 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. All right, that's the first bit done. Right, put these lids back on. So like that. Alrighty, we add some ice to our glass. And we're going to do this in an ignore, I think. That there. That again. Ooh, that's got it going on. Hi, Mega Leech, by the way. Yes. All right, let's strain this in. And a cherry. Okay. So we go to the GoPro. Stop that. Put that aside for a moment. Take a picture for publicity purposes. All right. Right. Made that. Now I can do the talky bit. And then sit down and have a drink. Getting on my high horse. That's about that. All right. That's ready. That's ready. Fuck you. G'day cocktail lovers. I'm getting on my high horse tonight, which is the name of this cocktail. It's kind of a cousin of a rum Manhattan. Love the way it looks, and taste-wise, it's fruity, it's sweet, it's got a lot going on. It tastes really good. Here's how to make it. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of an aged rum, then half an ounce or 15 mils of maraschino liqueur, half an ounce or 15 mils of a cherry liqueur, half an ounce or 15 mils of sweet vermouth, and finally 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then I strained it into a chilled Nick and Nora glass, and for garnish, just the maraschino cherry on a skewer. It's an elegant little sipper, sweeter than your average Manhattan, so if you like drinks that way, I think you'll like this. Time to get on your high horse. Cheers. Oh, me and the wordplay, I'm unstoppable. Okay, now I'm going to sit down. Hello, Justin, by the way. All right. So let's do that, get that out of the way. Ugh. Okay. Might do some adjustment. Hello, Safa. You're talking about Trump's bond. I think it's fair to say that was symbolic. A US $200,000 bond is not going to sort of stop him. And yes, I can believe he's going to Georgia to get arrested. Because if he doesn't surrender, he'll be pursued as a fugitive and jailed. I was just thinking I might do my traditional and even though I didn't do it for the video, I might do it just for my taste. Put some orange peel on this sucker. Do. Oops. Put that in there. There we go. Ah, yes. The fucking Trump shit show, eh? It just keeps rolling on. It is just a shit show, though. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's because the guy is a fucking criminal. Been raining all day where you are, Safa. Been a lot of light rain here. No heavy rain. But there certainly has been a lot of light rain. Man, that's pretty fucking tasty, actually. Might be a bit sweet for some people, but... Oh. I'll put that down so the battery doesn't completely die on me tonight. Good luck, Justin, with getting the media to do anything for the good of the country. They just do all sorts of shit just for ratings. And yeah, under Georgia law, if the trial stays in the state courthouse, which seems more likely than not, but it's not impossible that it get moved to a federal court. But yes, so if it gets done, it's kept in a state court, it'll be televised. God, won't that be a fucking clown show? Last days of the US Empire. Man, that drink's really good. Oh well, I finished my bottle of Sweet Vermouth, but I did take the opportunity while I was in the city today to get a replacement bottle because I knew that one was running out. It's yummy. But, you know, that's a thing. What's going to happen? I mean, what's now? Trump facing 4 separate trials. And the Georgia one is the highest risk for him. And I've looked at a lot of legal opinions. A lot of legal opinions go, this is actually the one where he's actually most likely to get convicted because he's fucking guilty. Just in Japan, the media decided to stop reporting on the bank run. Well, Japan's a very different country. Did I have Monday-itis? I tell you what, I had office-itis, brew. Yesterday and today I was in the office, and it's not my favorite thing to do, but, you know, whatever. Mrs. Angry had to go into her office, so I went into my office. Saw people for all the excitement that provides me and talked to them. You've been talking to doctors again, Safa? So alcohol before bed's bad for you? So alcohol in the middle of the day is the way to go? No, thank you. Not a huge fan of day drinking. You know what? I like to sober up while I'm asleep because I actually fucking hate sobering up when I'm awake. And I mean, it has happened, like, as you've been day drinking, then you go home and stop drinking, and then you just sort of, I actually hate the feeling of sobering up while I'm awake. Mind you, there have been terrible day Bach, like party night streams where I've woken up in the morning still under the influence, and then I've like counted the drinks I had the night, and I go, no. I had the last drink, what, 6 hours ago? Oh yeah, it makes sense why I'm still drunk. Yeah. Yes. So for the way I responded, I was being extremely sarcastic because any alcohol's bad for you, really. I just don't care. Try to be somewhere in the realms of reasonable with my drinking. I'm sure that medical professionals would disagree with me. Bunch of fucking killjoys. That's fucking good, though. That's an 8 out of 10. So just saying the date for the voice vote is about to be announced. God, that whole fucking campaign's a fucking shit show, isn't it? Not a fan of the way the discourse has been going with that. Let me see. Has there been an announcement about the date? Arc-off. News. New water plan announced. Oh, that's not the vote. I don't think the date has been officially announced because I think it'd be all over these news headlines if it was. I mean, I'll double check. I'll actually search for Indigenous voice to government. No, the date has not been announced. I feel confident in saying that. Strictly saying hello. You're straight off the boat. Yeah, I don't think we want to vote no on the voice. I agree with a lot of Indigenous activists who say it's imperfect. I don't agree that you should vote no as a result of that. I think the vote should be yes. Hey, Heine, by the way. What's going on in the northwest of Victoria? I don't know. What's going on about the northwest of Victoria? Oh, goodness me. Oh. Well, I'm in a good mood. My first cocktail of the night is very good. An 8 out of 10. Would make again. Might make it for Mrs. Angry, actually. I think she'd like it. Made her a special drink before the stream, actually. A whiskey drink. Which honestly, not 100 miles removed from that. Probably not as sweet as that. So I might make her that another night. Oh, Penny Wong's been doing the media on 7:30 tonight. Insiders on Sunday. Yeah, there you go. Well, she is one of the best speakers the government has. Rottweiler dude, you should be scared of the tooth fairy. Why do they want the teeth? What is all about? Strictly Sega, generally speaking, no, but maybe. I tend to reserve non-stream nights for non-alcohol. But I mean, if I'm going out, because sometimes that's the reason I'm not streaming, because I'm going out. Going out might have drinks, but very generally speaking, I don't make cocktails on the nights when I'm not streaming, which is to say, you'll drive me to alcohol. Okay, so bear that responsibility is what I'm saying. It can vary, but I also like just not drinking alcohol. Oh, you got an email from your right-wing emailer. Well, what should they friggin'... They should tell you what's going on in Northwest Victoria. What did they say was going on in Northwest Victoria? Oh, yes, AFDs, alcohol-free days. Yes, Kirsten calls them that too. I think it's a good idea to have several of them, if not all. Headline was Andrews Springs Indigenous Land and Water Grab on 10 Victoria. Okay, that sounds like something from a Murdoch outlet. Well, okay, let's friggin' look. I'll just see if I can find a headline. Is it the Murray-Darling Basin Plan? Victoria shuns it. Okay, so it's the Murray-Darling Basin Plan. State's given 3 more years to finish water projects. Plibbers said she struck an agreement with all but one of the basin states. Victorian government has not signed up because of concerns about economic impact. So, okay, whatever your right-wing emailer is talking about is not showing up in the news headlines that I'm seeing. All right, I'll just go indigenous. No, what the fuck? Fucking auto-completed something I didn't want. No, I don't know what your right-wing emailer's source is. It's not showing up when I search like Google News. Yes, most no voters are racist. It's simple. Or they're easily led by racist media. Srikiseki did a movie called Cactus Flower from 1969 with Walter Matthau and Ingrid Bergman. Wow. Almost the same plot as the Adam Sandler movie. That's pretty wild. Okay, so Megali, she sent me something on the Discord. Let me have a look. Well, okay. First, I'm not surprised it was in news.com here. August 2. Okay. Oh, that's why it's not showing up, because it's from 3 weeks ago. 10 councils blindsided. And Indigenous groups sweeping powers to rename. Oh, okay. This is the naming one? Yeah, okay. So this is a very low-key attempt at a bit of reconciliation and the move towards treaty that's going to happen soon. And conservative fuckheads went off their tree and talked absolute shite. Yeah, it's just about allowing the Indigenous groups to propose new names for roads, bridges, public spaces, rivers, etc., and work with them to co-manage waterways and biosecurity. And absolute fuckwits have jumped on it and said really over-the-top, ignorant, uninformed, racist horseshit. Justin, if a no campaigner knocked on my door, what do I say? Fuck off, you racist cunt. Okay. Oh, Strictly Sega, Aussie movie night. I know how many runs you scored last summer. I've never heard of that. Sounds very funny though. Let's Get Skase. I've actually seen Let's Get Skase. That was weird. But that's people have to remember who Christopher Skase was. An absolute fucking scam artist. Well, no, you could get charged with assault if you throw eggs at people. But I would absolutely tell a no campaigner who came to my door to fuck off. Because any no campaigner who comes to my door is one of these conservative funded racist cunts. Did a door knocker video about Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, I just get upset when I'm living in really Jewish neighborhoods of people like J Dubs door knocking. It's like, dude, that's so fucking offensive. Fuck off. I mean, I just think you're stupid and want you to fuck off. But when you come to an area where you know it's heavily dominated by a particular religious group and you're doing your door knocking is just fucking offensive. I read a thing where people are saying the door knocking by these various absolute fringe Christian cults, like the J Dubs and the other ones, is not about converting anyone, because they don't believe they'll convert anything. They actually want some of their flock to get very negative responses to their knocking at the door. So they'll go, oh, they're so evil. And the church goes, yes, stay with us where you're safe. Everyone else is evil and nasty. I don't know how true that is, but it sounds plausible. I was tortured to a sales. Yeah, the fun thing, Strictly Sega, after like 16 years of uploading videos, and I uploaded thousands of videos, when you remember one, I'm not necessarily going to remember it because there are just so many of them. And the vast majority of them I just made up, like on the spot. I had an idea and I didn't properly script it, and I just went out and shot the video. Oh, you posted it on Discord. Okay, now I want to see it. Where was it? Door to door. Oh my God, I look freakishly young. How old is this? Yeah, we're going to trust YouTube. How old is this? 13 years ago. Okay, I've got a short haircut and a short beard, and it's dyed fake black in both cases. All right, I'm going to share this. This is a less than 4-minute video. We have a good memory. Better than me, my friend. Better than me. All right. We're going to have a look. What did I say? It's a Wanga Fat Wednesday video about...
G'day viewers, it's Wednesday, which means it's time for Wanga Fat Wednesday, where I tell you who or what am I not giving a fuck about today. But I feel like first up, I need to give you a bit of a primer, a reminder of the nature of the theme of Wanga Fat Wednesday, namely the not giving a fuck part. You see, for the totally fucked up Friday videos and even just the general angry videos, yes, I'm going for stuff that makes me angry. But Wanga Fat Wednesday is an attempt to be a little different, like taking stuff that's probably being overhyped by some people and saying why I think it's not worth giving a fuck about. Now, people are always really cool giving me suggestions for videos, but frequently when I ask for something for Wanga Fat Wednesday, people tell me stuff they're angry about. It's not quite the right theme. And let me explain it to you with an example. I do want to talk to you today about these bastards who come to your door trying to get you to change phone companies or gas companies or power companies, door-to-door salespeople, essentially. But in terms of Wanga Fat Wednesday, they don't really fit, because I do give a fuck about them. They piss me off. I want them to go away. So to clarify my point, I'll explain something to you. You know what I don't give a fuck about? Their feelings. Another example is Pendy. Now, these bastards use high-pressure sales tactics, and if you're not very experienced with them, let me give you a tip. Don't talk to them at all. Close the door on them. definitely don't tell them your name or what provider you're with now, because they have a very bad track record of taking those details and actually processing a change even though you said you didn't want one. They're liars and scumbags, and they're paid on how many people they hook, and they're willing to do it dishonestly. This crap happens all the time. So I just close the door in their face, and sometimes they act like I did something mean, but I don't give a fuck about their feelings. Now, most of them get it and just walk away, but I had this one guy the other day. I'll call him Captain Fuckhead, because I didn't catch his name, but he comes to the door and he's going, "Oh, g'day, sir, I've got the..." And no. And I just said, "No, not interested," and closed the door in his face. And he went, "Oh, well, you didn't have to be rude like that." You know what? Yes, I fucking did. Because you are invading my fucking space, okay? The moment you do that, I have the right to do whatever I want because it's my space. And you daring to cop a fucking attitude when I didn't actually attack you, I didn't do anything actively rude. I just closed the door because I know how you assholes work. If I give you any opening, it's your excuse to do your high pressure spiel. So fuck off with your attitude and your wounded fucking feelings, you wanker, because I don't give a fuck about your feelings. See what I did there? I stuck with a theme of not giving a fuck about, but was still able to have the angry rant that everyone enjoys so much, me included. So yeah, always, suggestions are always great, but yes, Wanga Fat Wednesday, try and latch onto things so I can say where I don't give a fuck and maybe still be entertaining. Hopefully you're still entertained. And I'm about to go away on a holiday, so enjoy yourself and I'll see you later.
I knew I was going to say that particular line that you didn't, when he said you didn't have to be rude. I go, yeah, I fucking did. Oh dear. So, how old was that? 13 years. So I'll let you in for free. I look like I'm about 10 kilos lighter there for a start. 13 years younger, and the hair and beard had dyed black. December 30th, 2009. Fuck me. It's 2 different decades ago. Wait, what was that? So, yeah, there you go. That was a fun little blast from the past. Oh, there you go. You're a 22-year-old giving you life lessons. I like it. Yeah, look, and as I said, I probably won't do angry, shouty videos anymore for a number of reasons. I may at some point start doing pre-recorded videos again, fireside chat type things. One in particular I've been thinking about for a while that I kind of want to make, so we'll see. Where I'm talking about various right-wing grifters who piss me off with their misogynist bullshit. Everyone from Jordan Peterson to Andrew Tate. Lying, fucking, scamming pieces of shit. Nice. Justin, you're in high school when you start watching. Now you're 34. Yeah, that's what happens. You make videos for 16, 17 years and you end up with people who watched you at very different life stages. All right. So I had one successful cocktail. I think I might make one more. I had a very specific one in mind too. So I made High Horse. So you go from to do to doing. Is it Adios Amigos? It was not Adios Amigos. I have a whole bunch down as ideas of what to do. What's a Constantine? No, not that one. Miyamaro? Tequila, Montenegro, Sweet. No, it's not that one. Though I will do that. Oh, it was the Union Club, I think. Yes, I was going to make the Union Club. That's the one. When someone's trying to sell you Foxtel or new tiles, just say fuck off. Yeah. Ooh, had hail an hour ago. Damn, wasn't that cold here? We've just had very light drizzle for much of the day. Not even heavy rain, let alone hail. Oh, all right. I'm going to get ready to do another video. Jeez, that was a slightly strong cocktail I made. I can actually feel it as a... All right, I'll put the chickens in charge as well. Ugh. All right. The many-headed chicken. Hydra chicken. Come on, what are we doing, chickens? Are we good? Are we good? No. No. Yeah, that they seem balanced. They seem balanced now. Right, so leave chickens in charge. Oh, okay. Okay. I need to put some stuff away. Really make this. Okay. Oh, rye whiskey. So all of this stuff's going away. Okay. You two go back in the cupboard. There maybe. Need to reorganize the liqueurs. They've gotten out of order. Reorganize them so it's easy to find things. Put the rum back. All right, rye whiskey. Where's my other rye whiskey? Oh, it's down there. All right, I'm gonna have two gospel rye whiskeys. I'm gonna have a quick taste of both of them. Decide which one I'm gonna use. Because I can. All right. You see me? I'm over here. Over here. So legacy rye. What's this? 56%. And 55%. So they're both comparatively high proof rye whiskies. Decide which one I like the most. Okay. Okay, tasting. Where am I? There I am. I'm trying to see where I am on the screen. Ooh, that's not bad. It's hot. This one. They're both really interesting anyway. So few chickens. I look, Megalich, I seriously actually looked for some more rubber chickens before the stream. And I didn't find some, but there are at least 3 or 4 around somewhere. So I'll work on finding them. Okay, so we want rye whiskey, orange liqueur. My new orange liqueur, which just arrived last week. This is the first time I've used it in a video. Orgeat. Grenadine. Okay. Lime juice and the foam. Where's my Wonder Foam? Wonder Foam. This, oh God, I think this stuff's gone off because I didn't use it. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so this, I want this out of the way. Ugh. And if we bring this front and center, bring the GoPro back. Bring this bright light back. That needs to go up. We're gonna do things on the Discord. I just need to kill the sound for a bit. Okay. Alright, so that's ready to go. What are the... Oh, the bar spoon. I've got a bar spoon. Let's get the lid off. Orgeat. Whiskey. Just a 1/4 ounce of orange liqueur. And we are not using let's do that. Foma Grenadine. Okay, we do 2 ounces of the rye. Quarter ounce of orange liqueur. All right. Let's do that. Half ounce of lime juice. And we're going to bar spoon of orgeat. And a bar spoon of grenadine. Not going to be sweeter than it's meant to be. Ooh, and the Foma. Okay. Now, fork. I know what I'll do, actually. I have a fucking genius idea. Dry shake, then wet shake. Put the ice in this glass to chill it. Right. First up, how's that for placement? Right, it's good. Let's try and make this foamy. So, I've got to shake this really friggin' hard. Don't know if it's going to work. Maybe this foam is sort of out of age or something. We'll see. Ah, fuck, that's not properly sealed. I think this foam is fucked, actually. quite honestly. Alright, I might fucking take to use an egg white again. I haven't used egg white in a cocktail in forever. Not tonight, Josephine. Okay, let's do a shake. I know it's worked with ice. There we go. Fucking okay. There you go. The foamer worked with ice. So that's okay. All right, I actually feel a bit happier. Turn that off. Fork me sideways. Almost dropped my GoPro. I mean, it's supposed to survive things like that, but portrait. All right, let's go. Trello. Did I put lime juice in that? I don't even fucking remember if I actually put lime juice in that. I think I did. Damn. Right. Switching that on, switching this on. Ready to go, yo. G'day cocktail lovers. This is a bit of a twist on a whiskey sour. It's called a Union Club, based around rye whiskey, and it's got the addition of an orange liqueur that you don't usually get in a sour. I like the sound of it. Let's give it a taste. That is a nice sour. This is how we make it. In our shaker, you put 2 ounces or 60 mils of rye whiskey, then 1/4 ounce, around 7.5 mils of orange liqueur. Then we're going to add 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of lime juice. And to round things out, we're doing a bar spoon of orgeat and a bar spoon of grenadine. Then we want it to foam, so we're going to use egg white, aquafaba, or I'm using a couple of drops of Wonder Foam. Add ice to the shaker, shake that really hard because we want some foam happening in there, and then straining it into a chilled Nick and Nora glass. Try to just sort of something. You could also put a couple of drops of bitters on the foam to just make it a bit more aromatic. and you have yourself an interesting riff on a whiskey sour, the Union Club. Cheers. All right. That's done, and I'm not making any more videos tonight. So I'm just going to sit Dune. Set Dune Lade. Okay, that and that. And switch that off, and switch that off. And finally switch that off. Get it out the way. Bring El chair back. Retire the chickens. Oh. And I'm back, so I can turn the banner off now. Now, what was happening in the Discord? Okay. Oh, good, you posted a few more, Strictly Sega. My crazy religious neighbor. Yeah, that was a weird one. It's pronounced GIF, not GIF. Yes. And I do remember that's the giraffes hitting each other. That's like giraffes having sex or something. Anyway. Whiskey sewer. Did I take a picture of it? I think I did. I don't remember. Jesus. It's not great, actually. I think I want it sweeter. You know what? I'm going to do it. Fuck it. Because I can. Gonna put a little bit more orange. I should have put the other sugar syrup in. I wasn't thinking. I probably don't want more than that, though. Gonna shake this again. Now it's probably going to be too sweet. That's okay. I don't care. Got it back, got it back. Got my sweetened whiskey sour back. Oh, no, that's what it needed. A little bit more sweetness. Yum. Oh, Upjoy is one of my favorites too, because I'm not exaggerating the person who was serving in that KFC. It was ridiculous. She's some little bogan Westie, when I was living in the western suburb or inner west of Sydney, upset at this Chinese grandma who can't understand her. And she's obviously trying to go, but she was just saying something unintelligible. Upjoy. Justin, your vote doesn't count as much because you don't live in a state. I don't know how it's going to work. So, yeah, no, it needed to be sweeter for my taste. That's actually really good. It was ordinary before. Double up on the orge, and it's better. Get better. I love send people in America that vid. It is. It was an absolutely surreal experience. I mean, I could just play the video, but it basically comes down to some weird fucking bogan serving in a KFC when a granny's there with her little granddaughter, obviously buying the granddaughter a treat, and the granddaughter's getting that and that. And so the grandmother says, oh, that and that. And because they have the upsize option, when the grandma organizes thing, this, oh gosh, she was terrible. This little bogan serving goes, upsize it. And the granny just looks at her sort of in horror, like, what? And she just keeps going, upsize it. I was yay close to stepping in and saying, for fuck's sake, you aren't making any sense. Don't just keep going, upsize it. And say to her, oh, for an extra $1, you can get a large chips and a large drink. And we call that upsizing it. But just in your gross nasal voice, repeating those 3 syllables with no explanation is fucking obnoxious. Oh, I did also like, the campaign advice for McCain. Stop fucking smiling. Because he always looks so creepy and horrible when he smiles. It's like he's trying to be, I'm just an ordinary guy. No. That is so unsettling. So very unsettling. Oh, yeah. And the pic in the thumbnail for the John McCain, that was my work. That was my it's not even Photoshop. It was done in MS Paint, superimposing a zombie mouth on John McCain, which was inspired by a photo shoot someone did of him, which actually was a bit irresponsible. Someone who was doing a shoot with John McCain for a magazine posted all these pictures they didn't use, and they did like Photoshop effects of blood dripping out his mouth. I actually think that was a bit unprofessional, quite honestly. And yes, the grandma did not upsize it because she had no fucking idea what the little bogan Westie was trying to say to her. Oh, I think the blogging bot from the future might have talked about an alternate reality where in one Trump does get elected and one Trump didn't. I don't know. Ugh, Trump getting elected was just the worst. I love it. He is, there's that old saying, what's the worst that could happen? We basically know now. No, it wasn't KFC. It was Ashfield in the inner west in Sydney. I lived in Ashfield for a year or two. And it was terrible. And as I always say when I tell this story, I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating how bad she sounded. Like, yeah, I mean, I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. Kind of felt like I should have stepped in. Was kind of, although I'm not a narc, I was kind of tempted to lodge a formal complaint, like with Benjamin. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this movie? Was it in the 80s? No, it was in the 90s. Justin, the alternate reality, was it the blogging bot from the future? No, upsizing's been around for pre-2000. Because this happened in the 90s. Although, again, time means nothing. And, I could be wrong. I could have fallen through from a parallel dimension. I don't forget. Everything's too confusing, and time no longer has any meaning for me. Oh no, I never thought nuclear war was going to happen when Trump was elected. I thought some various bad things, and various bad things did happen when Trump was elected. Everyone kind of forgets Trump did actually authorize the deployment of America's most powerful non-nuclear bomb, the MOAB, Massive Ordnance Airburst, mother of all bombs. It just hit a mountainside in Afghanistan with it. And you just tell that, like, because the military there were lots of reports the military were very worried about Trump. And they were telling the people with the nuclear launch codes, like, yeah, if you get a thing to launch, don't without someone from military command, because we have issues with the commander-in-chief. I don't know if those stories were true, but they should be true. But yeah, I think when the army talked him into using the MOAB, I think they wanted to just see what it did, because it had never been actually used in a theater of operations. And they probably just like gave Trump a Woody talking about no other president has had the guts to do this. Like, there's some Taliban terrorists on that mountain, and they're just really burrowed in, and the Moab will actually fuck the entire mountain and get them. And Trump's like, yeah. Trump definitely likes golden showers. No two ways about it. Yes, the Turnbull-Trump phone call was very weird and awkward. But basically, Trump's interactions with various world leaders were always very weird and awkward, because Trump's a very weird and awkward guy. Like, I think it's like when he did the handshake thing with Shinzo Abe, who was Japanese prime minister. Trump would do that thing where he would really grab the person and shake them around. And when Abe finally got his hand free, he just really does this thing. Okay, oh my God, what the fuck was that? What's the time? It's just after 9. I am just going to disappear momentarily and get a big ice cube. Is Trump autistic? No, he's just spoiled. He's a spoiled narcissist. Anyway, I'll be back really quickly. All right. Okay. It's me and I'm back. Okay. Oh. Put that in there. No, I had that the other day. I'm going to try one of my clarified cocktails. 3 different clarified cocktails. There's not much peel left on this orange. Make another clarified cocktail by the end of the week. Oh, yes. No, I have seen that. A Trump niece who's a clinical psychologist who has gone public and saying like, no, he's fucked up. And what does she say? He has narcissistic personality disorder, which again is actually quite irresponsible for a professional to make a pronouncement like that for someone they're not treating. But also, Trump is fucked up. Megalich got to go. Is that what GTG means? I think it means got to go. Fucking yum. Ooh, geez. See, I almost should make notes about what the fuck these drinks are. Oh, no, I remember that. That's that was kind of a pina colada that I clarified. Yummy. Yummy. And I think I might drink some sody water after I drink this. But what's happening? For you, is there anything? All right. So Trump's. I was just looking at news headlines. Trump's gonna turn them anything. Don't do this when you're in Bali. Bali Bogan's Facebook group. What's this? I keep seeing them everywhere. Bouquets of flowers on the ground. The flowers is that you don't step on them. Okay. Ban on Australian bosses contacting workers out of hours. What the fuck is this? A proposed rule change that would see bosses banned from contacting employees outside rostered work hours has sparked furor in Australia. Under the proposed amendment to Fair Work laws, workers could have the legal right to ignore their employer unless they're getting paid for it. Minister for Employment said he's attracted to the idea. As a general principle, it's fair enough. Staff could get an allowance for after-hours work. My work actually specifically says it doesn't matter if your boss or anyone else sends you a message, an email out of hours. There is no expectation that you will respond to that outside of business hours. So don't feel guilted into responding out of business hours. What happened to Magnum ice creams? Guaranteed awesome choice. You bought a pack. Oh, shrinkflation. Okay. When was the last? So if you got a packet, you get them from the supermarket because I do that too. I mean, not necessarily Magnums, but other things. You know what? Strictly Sega, in the interest of science, I might check out the supermarket tomorrow. And if I get an ice cream, it's normally because it's on special. I'll check out the Magnum situation in the supermarket tomorrow. You're going back to drumsticks. Oh god, you know what I like? Oh god, I'm about to say what I like and I've forgotten what it's called. It's the one that's got like biscuits on one end and a chocolate coating on the other that you hold. Monster? No, that's an energy drink. Like Golden Gate. Well, all the different flavors of Gay Times you can get in the supermarket. I literally, I go in the supermarket. It's like if there's like a pack of 4 or something that's on special, I go, yeah, I'm getting those. I don't know what heavens are, so yeah. And yeah, Justin, I agree there's a difference between executives and your rank and file. But I do like in my work that it's an actual explicit policy that if you get an email or a message out of hours, you are not expected to respond to that outside of your own normal work hours. But I don't have a work phone or anything, and I fucking switch my computer off. Like I actually, my normal work hours, particularly if I'm working from home, is like 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. But I do tend to leave my computer on till 5 or even 6, just in case anyone's trying to get me. But I'm not sitting at it. Like once I'm outside my hours, depending when I start, it'll be 4:30 when I normally finish. But I'll leave it on for a while just in case anyone's after me. But that's all right. Okay, now my brain stopped working about what this particular ice cream is called. Let's go. Okay, I am just going to search ice cream. See what comes up. It's all tubs of ice cream. I want the things on sticks. Does anyone know that no one's chimed in with the thing that I was talking about? It's Oh, right. Heaven was Peter's alternative to Magnums. Okay. It's the one, and it's like an ice cream sandwich thing, but the bottom half is like 2 biscuits around the ice cream, but the top bit's chocolate dipped. And it's fucking doing my head in that I can't remember what they're called. Maxi Bon. Sorry, I was saying Monster, but it's Maxi Bon. There you go. And they have one that instead of the biscuit base, it's like waffles. And fucking yum, man. But anyway, strictly Sega, literally in the name of science, I'll go to the supermarket tomorrow, and if Magnums are on special, I'll get them. And I'll tell you if I think they're being ripped off with shrinkflation. Well, that's interesting, Justin. Your workplace says you're not allowed to work extra hours without permission. And again, technically, I'm not meant to either. But Maxibon donuts at 7-Elevens. Oh, that sounds pretty wild. Fuck. Because the waffle ones I really like. Maxibons generally I like. Not sponsored. It's one of the things. I don't want to be sponsored by Maxibon. I don't want a truck backing up with a crate of Maxibon saying these are yours. No. I'm a fat bastard already. Ooh, official Justin, the connoisseur chocolate with salted caramel. Yeah. The only free shit I want is booze. As much as I like various confectionery and chippies and whatnot, I don't want free things of it because I'll fucking eat it. It's me. Oh, fucking yum. And yes, Strictly Sega, I do tend to agree that Krispy Kreme is overpriced. But that's the whole thing. Those, higher end donuts in the little chains and whatnot are all kind of overpriced. So Justin, your rules are can't start before 7 and can't work past 7. If I'm working from home, it's like start at 7:30, finish at 4. But like I said, I'll leave my computer on for a while. If I'm going into the office, I normally don't get there before 8, but then I'll come home a bit early because I like to leave before rush hour and then log back on at home for a while. Ooh, official Justin, it depends on which servo, I think, what they have. And you're self-employed, okay. Yeah, no, I get it. A lot of people who do self-employed thing, it is like the dream. It's like, no, this is what I need to do. So I mean, you get that funny thing. Oh yes, no, Safa, good fucking question, man. Good fucking question. And yes, I have a completely separate desktop for work with my work laptop. And when I'm not working, I walk away from it. So I guess I actually have three workstations. There's my work workstation. There's my doing my own shit workstation, and there's this one. So there's actually 3 different locations in the house where I might be sitting on a computer. I don't edit video on this computer. I edit video on another one. So yeah, I definitely have separation from my work desktop and my home desktop. That's it, Mr. Donut. Mr. Donut is a lot of servos. Yeah, Justin getting paid for the hours you work, yeah. Oh, no, Safa, I have a laptop. I have a work-issued laptop. So if I'm going into the office, I have to take my laptop with me. And I've got a desk and there's a couple monitors, a little dock that I plug into. So I've got my work-issued laptop. It's what I use when I'm at home. It's what I use when I'm in the office. Don't have workstations in the office. I've got a little dock, plug the laptop into, and you're off to the races. Look what we've got here. This is my blood orange liqueur. This has been going for 3 weeks now. So I've been more patient than I thought I would be. When I look at the recipes for making your own liqueur at home, most of them say to leave it for a month to 3 months. This has been going for 3 weeks now. Blood orange liqueur. I might taste it. I might just have a little taste at the end of the week and see if I think it tastes nice, actually. So what's going up in Discord now? Oh, yeah, the heaven. Okay. Oh, and Strictly say you're also looking at a new PC as well. Okay, cool. Yes, okay. The supermarkets generally did seem to be price gouging over COVID. It's a whole thing. So official Justin, your work laptop separate from other stuff. Yeah. Also, okay, Justin, you switch between work laptop and personal desktop. So my video editing thing is, a tower, desktop, PC, and it's in a different room to where I do my work stuff. So work is with my work laptop, sign off, I go and do my own shit. And this is a laptop here as well in another part of the house. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess it's a risk where you feel the pressure to do extra stuff, but I don't know. It's okay. You're nervous about a Lenovo. I don't think I've even got a name brand desktop one. I think Dr. Abigail bought me the pieces and put it together. And yes, no, the inflation all through the Western world, the capitalist countries, has been about price gouging. No two ways about it. So if you're thinking anyone asked me what I had for dinner, I did have one of my UFoods meals for dinner tonight. It was fettuccine alfredo with chicken. It's pretty good, actually. A lot of the UFoods ones are chicken. So yeah, like chicken with a bacon and cream sauce, fettuccine. Is pretty yummy. Nice, very simple, nice and simple, yummy. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do a takeaway with the Offspring. No real decision on what it's going to be. Although I did find a burger place near where they live, and I thought that kind of looks okay. But we'll see what they want. I'm kind of open. Oh yeah, so well, there's a whole thing. Lenovo bought the IBM brand, and it is a thing. You cannot really trust any Chinese-made technology. It's probably got spyware. What do I do for breakfast? Like, kind of very often, I'll just have a protein bar for breakfast. Other days, I'll be like, I don't know, if I've gone into the city and forgotten to take anything, I might go to a cafe and get something, sandwich, croissant, maybe bacon and eggs. I don't know. And sometimes at home, I'll make myself like a bacon sandwich or something. But often it's just like, no, I very, very rarely have cereal. Very, very, very rarely. Yeah. So, official Justin, your best work laptop, an HP Spectre. Yeah, nice. Heine, NVIDIA have been accused of price gouging. Oh, the whole crypto fucking thing fucking shit me up the wall. How it drove prices up for computer components. Justin, your dad was a retired corporate accountant. A billion profit for a supermarket's average, not significant. Profit, okay? Turnover. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into an argument on the topic, but we know for a fact, beyond any doubt, the supermarkets and other retailers indulged in price gouging over COVID that was bordering on criminal. Ooh, Strictly Sega making creamy chicken, bacon, mushroom pasta. Oh, so good. Official Justin, your morning is shake a bottle, pre-workout, gym for cardio, weights, stretches, protein bar, shake for breakfast. God damn, dude, you are fucking smashing it. Smashing it, my man. A far more focused and productive individual than I. I'll just throw it out there. Oh, yeah, Strictly Sega. Always lots of parmesan. Fucking love cheese on pasta, honestly. Just gonna have some soda water. Now, what are we? It's almost 9:30. Let's go have some soda water. Yeah, no, Justin, the fucking supermarket profits was massive fucking price gouging. Strictly Sega, that is literally me sometimes with breakfast. If I've got leftovers from dinner, it might be breakfast. And I also am a fatty, which could explain a lot. But just you keep saying that the profits aren't big. We're literally talking about $1 billion profits. And they absolutely, definitely, 100% engaged in price gouging over COVID. And they've been one of the drivers of inflation. Often inflation's like wage growth. And it's not been wage growth. It's been price gouging from the fucking capitalists. Oh, God. Tricky say you used to live across the road from Macca's. God damn. Oh, official Justin, I get it's not easy to get in a routine, but I absolutely... Oh, God. Chai latte, croissant, and banana bread. Yeah, no, big difference. Big, big, big difference. And more power you, man. Absolutely. I'll be your cheerleader, man. It's fucking awesome. And Tricky Zager used to walk the kids to school, sausage, egg, muffin, hash brown, because yeah. Well, we already saw that video I showed, which was from, I don't know, 13 years ago. I think I was probably 10 kilos lighter than I am now. I'm still working. This has been a good, steady progress year. As I've said, like 3 years of COVID. First year of COVID was bad, put on weight. Second year of COVID, good, lost weight. Third year of COVID, bad, put on weight. This year, I'm doing this slow but steady positive stuff. Yeah, so go on. What do I think about Victoria Market? Is it cheaper? So it's so long since I've been to Victoria Market, I couldn't answer that question. My memory of getting fruit, veg, meat from Victoria Market is you get good quality, but it's been so long since I've been there. I have no idea if it's cheaper or whatnot. I feel like I'm aging disgracefully, Stricky Sega. But yeah, I'm kind of being focused this year, and rather than any radical change, I've been having a very slow but positive thing. It's like if you looked at like day to day or even week to week with my weight, it would be sort of, but the trend line is a gradual but consistent weight loss. Yeah, which is nice because that's more sustainable anyway. Pran Market. I actually visited Pran Market not that long ago, and God damn it, they've got some good stuff in Pran Market. I went to this place specifically to get some. I got food acids, some malic acid, and lactic acid, and that was for cocktail stuff. And then I looked around, and God damn, there's some fucking good stuff in Pran Market, honestly. And yes, Ricky Sager, hanging out at the delis and the cheeses. Man, the markets are so fucking good. They really are. They're very good. I think I did get, because I couldn't resist, I went into Pran Market after going into this like gourmet kitchen supplies stuff that had the food acids, which I just wanted for cocktails. Actually for making super juice and stuff, really. But I think I got some, it's like goslame. It was like Turkish Lebanese pastry with cheese and spinach. Fucking awesome shit. So what was that, Justin? Meant to put clothes in the washing machine, put them in the... Oh, no. Started to dry dirty clothes. Okay, I don't have a dryer, so I don't make that mistake. I either hang them on the line outside, or in winter I hang them on the rack inside. Official Justin. Bozzy positive. Okay, it's like swings and roundabouts. I think you're kind of pegging it right, Justin. Sometimes people go too far, but... It's like there is a lot of weird it's like fitness, great. Like you talk about, you had this whole fitness thing. That sounds friggin' awesome. But then you get some people who are obsessing about fitness regimes to a point where it sounds really toxic and dangerous. And it's like body positivity is like someone being overweight is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. And obsession with being thin can damage your health way more than being fat. But it's kind of like, to me, it's all balance. Try and be balanced, and you go too far one way or the other, that's likely to be a problem. But the whole thing of body image and weight and exercise, it's very problematic. But yeah. Oh yeah, and yeah, body dysmorphia, and it's basically like an extreme thing, anorexia nervosa. People with anorexia, when they look at themselves in the mirror and they are perilously, dangerously underweight, they look in a mirror and they think they're fat. Your fucking brain will do shit to you. Sorry, Justin, I love that. You're too American to not have a dryer. I don't know that I've ever had a dryer. Shrieky say you need another era. Clothes sources music wheel. Well, so okay, I've got ducted heating in this house, like ducts in the floor. So in winter, when there's not enough hours in the day to dry stuff on the line, I just put a clothes rack over one of the heating ducts and put my laundry on that, and it dries it. And yeah, that's another good point, Strick Sager. Muscles, like when you bodybuilding, I think not as I was going to say 9 out of 10, and then I thought that's too much. Bodybuilders are generally unhealthy and die young. Bodybuilding is extraordinarily dangerous and fucked up. Aerobic fitness is good. Safa, I don't know shit about dryers, man. So yeah. Oh yeah, no, Justin, I know. Americans find it weird that Australians put clothes on the line because that's like poor people shit in America. It's ridiculous. People living in places like California and the fucking desert, and they don't put clothes on the line. They have a dryer. It's fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Does my head in. Anyway, we're now at the time of year that if it's sunny, I can put my clothes out on the line rather than on the rack. Sorry, I'm just now I'm going to look at the weather. Is it an outside washing weekend? This is how exciting my life is. I like it. I think, okay, it's 11, feels like 10.8. So, okay. What's tomorrow? Maximum of 16. Thursday, maximum of 18. Friday, maximum of 9. Oh, then Saturday turns to shit. Maximum. Wow, what a shit weekend. It suddenly gets cold again on the weekend. Friday kind of sounds okay. Maximum of 19. Maybe a teeny bit of rain. And then it's much colder on the weekend. Well, fuck that. I guess I'm drying my clothes inside again this weekend. Oh, official Justin. You love running. Okay, that's never been a thing for me, but I know people are really into it. In fact, oh God, I had a friend who was into it, and she could actually predict when the endorphins were going to kick in from the exertion, and she'd literally be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whoa, and then the pleasure, and it was actually kind of a little bit weird and kinky. I'll be honest. Sorry for just long distance running. Introvert's best friend. Stick in the headphones. I would do that with walking, not running, because I'm too overweight at the moment, and also my knees are fucked. Streaky Sega likes jogging. That's okay. Lots of people jog, man. You don't have to feel bad about that. It's kind of like if the weight loss thing continues for the next 6 to 12 months, I might get into it. But at the moment, I'm a bit too overweight and my knees are a bit fucked. So jogging or running for me at this point is a bad idea. Might be a better idea in the future. So Justin, you think it's too inconvenient to not use a dryer. And I respect that, man. It's your life and whatnot. I will, like in winter when I can't dry stuff on the line, the stuff will stay on the rack for a couple of days. And it's like, that's okay. I've got enough spare undies and socks that it can stay on the rack for a couple of days. I love that trick you say. You go, run, Forrest, run. You mean people shout that at you? Or you hear that in your own head? Being the movie guy, I think maybe you might hear that in your own head. Oh yeah, no, Justin, I absolutely get that. With having a disability, the dryer is very important. Absolutely get that. Fish Justin. Yeah, I look, it's fine. Okay, so Strictly Sega, you get people shout at you if you're jogging run Forest Run, which I think is kind of funny. You're a movie guy and you get people shout at you, run Forest Run. I think that's kind of funny. I thought maybe you were hearing it in your own head, but it's people shout at you. Oh my god, that's fucking funny. Yeah, I like to walk, and I like to have the headphones in, listening to a podcast, listening to an audiobook, listening to music. It's good. I had a friend, my work friend, years ago, and he had been quite overweight, and he got divorced, and so he's by himself, and he had nothing to really do, and he would walk for 2 hours every evening. And initially, because he was quite overweight, he'd be walking at a slow pace, but he gradually lost weight. And over a period of about a year or two, he just lost huge amounts of weight. And it's just because he was going for walks every night. And it was kind of sad that he had nothing better to do with his time than to walk for 2 hours. But, it worked for him. Yeah. Walking, less stressful than running or jogging. Because honestly, it sounds like a cop-out, but I'm old and my knees are fucked. Running or jogging would be very bad for me at this point. And also I like going for walks with Mrs. Angry. We tend to do that when we're both here. Like, let's go for a walk. It's like, gets you out of the house, a little bit of exercise, gets your pulse rate up and your breathing up, heart rate up, and you also just get out into the world. It's good. And again, Strictly Sega, you are right. Some people might go, "Oh, you watch all the movies," but I'm with you, man. I fucking love movies as a medium, and it's we get this thing with people, and I try not to do it. I try not to do it. I know I'm guilty of it from time to time. What's the saying? Don't yuck someone else's yum. I think I am guilty of it sometimes, going, "Oh, you fucking loser, why are you doing that?" But it's kind of like, if you've got a thing and it's your thing and it makes you happy, fucking go for it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Official Justin, training with a mate at a TK, which is every little ligament ripped off. God damn, yeah. No, I don't have any actual knee injuries. It's just being a bit older and being overweight. My knees are going, "Oh, dude, fuck you." So I think but the walking is good. And if the next 6-12 months goes well with the weight loss, it might be more realistic for me to run or jog. So it's the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, most of the time I'm walking with Mrs. Angry, which is just very nice. It's like something we're doing together. And yes, Safa, knee pain, winter sucks. And it is a whole thing. And that's the whole thing. I had to go to a physio a couple of years ago just because I was sleeping like this, which is a bad idea. It put too much stress on my shoulder and it really fucked it up, and I was in lots of pain. So I didn't whole thing. Oh, that's nice. So you can say, yeah, your PC is right next to Sophie's. Well, that's the thing. Mine, the one I work with, my personal one, is in the lounge room. So if I'm working on it, Mrs. Angry will often be like right next to me, like on the lounge, watching TV or she's playing. She got the new is it Horizon Zero West or whatever the fuck it's called. She'll be gaming while I'm working on my computer, or be sitting down together watching stuff. So it is nice to be in the same room as my other half. Absolutely. So yeah, we've on our viewing nights we've started besides watching some various things, we've started rewatching Andor. We decided, along with watching some new stuff, we'd rewatch some stuff from the last couple of years that we really liked. So we rewatched all of The Mandalorian, and it's like, well, let's watch Andor. We both agree like Andor's the best fucking Star Wars ever. But also because Andor is in like these 3-episode arcs. The first 3 episodes is like the setup, the world building, Andor getting into trouble on this planet. The next 3 episodes is like the heist, and then there's the prison episodes, and then there's the final big thing. So we've been really enjoying watching the 3-episode arcs in one episode. Oh, you watched Severance? See, that's on Apple TV. I have too many streaming services, and I'm not paying for another one. But I have heard Severance is good. The high concept thing on Severance is very clever. You winter joints, you can relate. Oh God, you've got lumbar spine. Oh God damn. Yeah, no, my main thing is my knees. If I was to pin one thing, there's not an actual injury as such, it's just an age thing. I think we're waiting for Andor season 2, particularly with a writers and actors strike now. I have no idea if there's a timeline for Andor season 2. I have to admit, I love watching because, of course, the character Cassian Andor was in Rogue One, and when Rogue One came out, I thought, well, this is fascinating. So we don't know any of these characters, so we don't know if any of them will survive. And now watching Andor, you look at the characters in there and go like, okay, well, so I know which of these, because Andor is a prequel to Rogue One. So it's like, okay, well, I know which of these characters are in later Star Wars things, so definitely don't die. But I see these other characters, they're not in later Star Wars. They might die, they might not. So it's kind of cool to see that. Oh, yes, we're talking about Dr. Abigail's Plex server. Yes, it's all in Minecraft. She doesn't have anything illegal. We're just talking about stuff. I've just got too much stuff to watch. I don't really. So Official Justin used to be a huge Star Wars fan. So of the Disney movies, fucking Rogue One is pretty much the best Star Wars movie ever, as far as I'm concerned. The Disney trilogy is like Force Awakens is way better than I thought it would be. The Last Jedi, I think, is really fucking good. Rise of Skywalker is an abomination. It's just like inexcusably bad. It's like, what the fuck? I like The Mandalorian. Some people hated Obi-Wan, but I didn't hate it. Andor is without doubt the best Star Wars. It's just fucking amazing. Yeah, just I'm kind of largely in there with you. There's Rogue One is so head and shoulders above any of the newer film, but Andor is just fucking incredible because it's the same people who made Rogue One, and it's literally fuck this Jedi, Sith, highborn, bloodline, hero's journey thing. This is about the people who are down in the fucking mud. If you're going to have a war, if you're going to have a rebellion, an enormous number of people are going to get put through the meat grinder, and so the Star Wars saga movies completely gloss over what would happen to ordinary people in this sort of conflict. Rogue One and Andor is like, here's what happens to ordinary people in this sort of conflict. And it's fucking dark. It is really, and also I just love the people behind Rogue One and Andor is just like, their motto is just like, you know, violent resistance is the only answer to fascism. And I fucking love it. Official Justin, I enjoyed the Star Trek movies. Picard was fine. A lot of people shit on it, but I like it. But Strange New Worlds, fuck me, that's so good. But they fucking ended season 2 on a cliffhanger, and I fucking hate that so much. I always think when a show ends a season on a cliffhanger, it's like, ooh, it's a cliffhanger. You need another season to come into it, and it's just like, fucking hell. Don't insult your audience. Don't end a season on a cliffhanger. Fuck you. Oh yeah, no, me and Dr. Abigail both fucking love Strange New Worlds because it's episodic. Official Justin, I'm a Disco fan. Discovery. But again, it's the experience of these things is personal and subjective. Dr. Abigail's not so sold on Disco. I am. I quite enjoyed it. I kind of liked that they were stretching and they were trying to go for some bigger things. But Strange New Worlds, it's very interesting because, like, Discovery, they're going with season-spanning story arcs. Picard, season-spanning story arcs. Strange New Worlds, they're going old-school episodic. Strange New Worlds is definitely the best by a long way. And also the animated series Below Decks is fucking hilarious. It's so good. And you kind of want to watch that if you're going to watch Strange New Worlds, because season 2 of Strange New Worlds has a crossover with Below Decks, and you will appreciate it much, much more if you've watched Below Decks. It was fucking awesome. Strictly, I get that angle as well. Do a cliffhanger so there's an uproar if it gets cancelled. But I also like, no, fuck no. I feel like cliffhangers are an insult to your audience. Like, they won't come back unless there's a cliffhanger. I fucking hate it. And I actually got incredibly hostile to Strange New Worlds because of how they ended season 2. Because I love Strange New Worlds, but doing a cliffhanger thing fucking shit me up the wall. Because I just feel insulted by it. It's that straightforward. Yeah, we're talking about Deep Space Nine. I broadly like Deep Space Nine, but the way with that huge story arc with that war ended with a literal Deus Ex Machina thing. Here's my theater geek background. I did my thing. Deus Ex Machina is a thing from ancient Greek theater where there would be a play, like a tragedy, and shit would go on. And in the end, a character would be lowered down. There'd be some complex thing with a person on why they're lowered down. And they would speak. They were the voice of the gods saying, okay, did you humans learn your lesson? That happened because of this. This happened with that. Okay, now it's all fiction going on. Deus Ex Machina literally translates as God in the machine. And it's basically where you introduce you have a story and it's complex and stuff goes on, and then right at the critical point, it's basically God reaches down and says, "Do you now understand the error of your ways?" And it's all fixed. That whole thing of the war with the Dominion, which I really enjoyed, was fucking resolved with a literal Deus Ex Machina thing. And I was like, what the fuck? Why the fuck would you do that? So that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth in regards to Deep Space Nine. So, but that's me. That's just me. So I'm just gonna put a splash of something here to flavor this. Oh, Mrs. Angry. And yes, strictly saying they were hinting at the gods in the world, but it was the whole thing where they resolved it because Cisco put himself at risk where he's going to die. And so those godlike beings intervened and said, the Cisco can't die. So it was all, and it's like, oh, fuck, really? It's all being resolved by these godlike beings intervening? Are you fucking kidding? So that just left a bad taste in my mouth. But broadly, I like Deep Space Nine. Strange New Worlds is definitely my favorite. But yeah. But yes, this whole thing. Yeah, of the old series, probably DS9's. Actually, not probably, definitely DS9's my favorite. When you go original series, Next Generation, DS9, Enterprise. DS9's my favorite. Of the new wave ones, Strange New Worlds, definitely my favorite. Oh yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Official Justin, Picard season 2 seemed to piss a bunch of people off, so they tried to recover from it with just excessive fan service in season 3. And I didn't hate it. I didn't hate Picard season 3, but it definitely felt like, oh God, we got a lot of backlash against season 2. People were angry at us. I didn't hate season 2 either. But then season 3 just turned into this really over-the-top fan service. It was okay. It was okay. Although I have to laugh, right back to season 1 of Picard. And again, Patrick Stewart, not a young man. But when it became obvious in any shots where Picard was running, it was a stunt double, not Patrick Stewart. And I'm kind of like, okay, you know the poor fucker is old when they have to bring in a stunt double just because he's running. And also, I completely empathize. If I was in a thing and they wanted me to run, I'd be like, yeah, the stunt double should do this. I don't think running's good for me. Oh, Official Justin with your ranking. Okay, top, Next Generation. 2, Strange New Worlds. 3, I forgot Voyager. 4, Picard. 5, Deep Space Nine. 6, Enterprise. 7, Original Series. 8, Disco. Mine would be very different. But I also don't have really strong opinions about it, honestly. William Frakes directed at least some episodes. I think fucking Michael Dorn directed an episode or two. I think William Frakes directed some episodes of The Next Generation, actually. Kind of all got the chance to do that sort of thing. I could be wrong, Official Justin. I could be wrong, but I have this feeling that he maybe did direct at least an episode of 2 of Picard. Hi, it's Jonathan Frakes. Well, okay, we're almost finished stream, but we're on the internet. We can look it up. Okay, let's just do it. Picard Season 3 Director. Okay. Picard. No, I'm on the wrong thing. I don't want this. Created by, starring, country of origin, episodes, producers. Okay. Directed by Frakes did a couple. People I've never heard of did a couple. Frakes did a couple. Frakes did a couple. Okay, I guess all the other people are professional directors. So I was wrong about Michael Dorn. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know. I just invented in my head that Michael Dorn directed an episode, but apparently he didn't. So it's, Jonathan Frakes directed a few episodes, and a bunch of other people directed episodes. People I assume are professional directors. Oh, yum. Sorry, I just poured some. I haven't made this for a little while because I haven't drunk it. I got this bottle. This is my liqueur. This is a whiskey rum liqueur I made, which fucking kicks ass. And this is a barrel-aged old-fashioned, which is also quite good. I just thought to add a bit of flavour to the orange peel that Mrs. Angry is going to put in a hot chocolate in the morning. I thought, ooh, I'll throw in a bit of that liqueur because it's really strongly flavoured. It's fucking yummy. Talking about the referendum, Anthony Green says this started to arrive. Yeah, I don't know. I know the AEC was trying to send out some stuff because they thought the stuff that was in the public discourse was freakishly inaccurate. But yeah, a vote for the referendum. Well, I mean, this whole thing is to change the constitution, which is pretty big. Yeah, well, there's the direct democracy idea, which is really quite interesting. And I've had a guy on video and streams before who's really into it. There's this idea that everything should be arranged locally. So it's like you start off with just like your neighbors, and it's a group of like 20 adults of voting age nominates. You within that group, you talk about what's important to you, and then you elect someone to be your representative of this tiny little group of adults. And then they meet with a similarly sized group, but it's all delegates of these groups, and they all do a thing. And then they nominate their delegate to a bigger group. And you only have to do that a couple of times before you get to like a state level legislature or even a federal level legislature. But it's all extremely direct, like rather than being political parties and all the shit that goes with it, it's much more grassroots, and you have to be more responsive to people because you start off with just a small group of people electing their representative, and then that representative goes into a group of other representatives and they elect someone to go to the higher. And so it's a very interesting idea. Oh, Stricky say you're looking for themes for movie nights. Aussie night, horror night, Laserdisc night, oldies nights. By decade or famous actor. Yeah. Okay. Themed movie nights. I'm loving where you're coming from. And you're saying you have a Hong Kong Korean night. Yeah. Obviously. Okay. Ethnically related nights would be a thing. You could have a French film night, Italian film night, Australian film night. So I think you just like genres, like car chase night. Come up with weird genres for movies. Grindhouse. Yeah, I think you come up with all sorts of justifications for genres, like fish out of water movie nights, romantic comedy nights, war movie night, post-apocalypse movie night. Yeah, carsploitation night. There's all sorts of fun things you could do. Oh, but speaking of fun things to do, I'm going to go to bed. I'm just going to put a dot. I'm not going to drink this. This is literally sugar syrup. Strongly flavored sugar syrup. I'm just going to put a little bit, just the tiniest bit in there to flavor that orange peel for Mrs. Henry. But also, we have reached that point of the night. So I'm going to do the ceremonial eating of the syrup. Oh my God. Okay. I think, was it party night? It was one night I forgot to eat the cherry. And I think it might have been party night. And I found it the next night and it had been sitting in the glass. So the ice had melted, been sitting in water. And I thought, I'll eat it now. It tastes shit when it's been sitting in water all night. Strictly Sacred. Excellent subgenre. Actors with a sex tape. I do actually have, I've got sheepdog. I'm going to treat it as a sugar syrup. It's so fucking sweet. It's ridiculous. All right, you fine and funky folk. I will probably be back on Thursday. So if you're free and want to come and hang on Thursday, that sounds like a fun time. Shake my blood orange liqueur a little more. Just got to decide. I think I'll leave it at least till the end of the week. Might taste it on Friday night. I'm being more patient than I thought I would be. Give it a little taste and see what it tastes like. But I'll probably be back on Thursday. Going to hang out with the offspring tomorrow night with some takeaway. No idea what we'll get. I've been sort of voting for burgers, but could be anything. But yeah, if you're around, I'll see you later in the week. But you'll take care, and I'll